Hi everyone. Today I am going to tell you something exceptional, means amazing scene of Mahabharata, which even I didn't know before. And I read it, so I thought that I should share with all of you. So let me begin the situation, the scene. When the war was over, King Dhritarashtra with Gandhari and Kunti went to the forest, and Sanjay and Vidura, they were very loyal to King Dhritarashtra, so they also followed them. After reaching in the forest, before going to forest, even King Yudhishthir and all his brothers, they cried and they requested Mother Kunti not to go to the forest. But she refused and told them that she wished to stay with Dhritarashtra and Gandhari and to lead a life of ascetic. That is why she went with them. And all the rishis, munis and all the brahmins, those who were in the forest, they welcomed King Dhritarashtra. Sanjay and Vidura very sincerely, they arranged the bed of kusa grass. Means one ascetic has to live like a life of an ascetic, just sleeping on the kusa grass, eating the fruits and drinking water. That's it. No luxurious food. Means no luxury. Thus King Dhritarashtra, Gandhari and Kunti, they spent their life. So many times even Dhritarashtra requested Kunti to go back to their sons and to enjoy the prosperity obtained by her sons. But Kunti denied. She flatly refused to go and to stay with them, means with Dhritarashtra and Gandhari. Thus, after a while, King Yudhishthir, with all his brothers and all the wives and daughter-in-laws, they came to see King Dhritarashtra. When they came, they were very much, their eyes filled with tears, looking at the life they were spending, eating only the fruits of the jungle and sleeping on a kusa grass. These things they felt very sorry and pity for their elder father and mother. But however, they couldn't do anything. Whatever they offered, Dhritarashtra denied to them that no more he wished any luxury. Now, while they were sitting together at that time, and every time Gandhari and Dhritarashtra, though they both were leading the life of ascetics, their mind was not free from grief. Every time the death of her 100 sons was killing her mind, and she was plunged with grief. And so also Kunti's heart. Kunti was extremely sorry for her grandchildren, her own son, even the eldest one, Karna. The mental state of Dhritarashtra was the same. Anyways, one day Vyasadev visited to that forest to them. He came, as you know, Vyasadev could read the minds of others. He could come to know whatever you are thinking and whatever is going on anywhere, he could come to know. He was a blessed person. So he came there, and before he reached there, Yudhishthir Once he asked about Vidura. I mean, at that time, Vidura was not there, because after few days they came, few years. So when Yudhishthir asked about Vidura, Dhritarashtra said that he had gone inside the forest. So Yudhishthir went searching for Vidura, and at a distance he saw that Vidura was standing just near a tree, and by that time, through penances, he was completely reduced. He had only few bones only and thin skin, and he was completely naked. And he gave a strange look. Yudhishthir was surprised to see Vidura. When he came close to Vidura, suddenly he saw that Vidura's a light, as if the energy from Vidura entered into his life, and limb by limb he felt that Vidura was entering into his life, and then and there, after a few minutes, he breathed his last. He was there. And Yudhishthir felt a strange feeling, as if he gained strength, and he became more virtuous. He gained the knowledge, something exceptional. Whatever Vidura had, he felt that as if he got it. Then when he saw that Vidura has already breathed last, he tried to do his last rites. At that time, a voice came from sky, "O Yudhishthir, don't do that, because you are also in the body of Vidura. There is no difference between Vidura and you, and he is the eternal form of eternal virtue, and you too. So do not do any last rites." Thus, after hearing these words, Yudhishthir came back to Dhritarashtra and told everything what had happened, and all of them were wondered. They just looked with a strange feeling how it could happen. Anyways, after even they were also sleeping in the forest in kusa grass, since their elders were doing the same. So now, after Vidura's departure, Dhritarashtra became more sorrow. He got more pain. At that time, Vyasadev immediately came to them and said, "O King Dhritarashtra, Gandhari and Kunti, whatever is in your mind, just tell me. I will give you the boon, and I will fulfill your desires. Anything is there, whatever you want. And openly tell me what you feel. Have you gained the tranquility, the peace of mind, and did you feel better here, or what?" When Vyasadev asked, then he knew he could read the mind of all these fellows, means anyone. He then said, "I know, O Gandhari, you are always plunged with the grief of the death of your sons, and so also Dhritarashtra. And O Kunti, if you want to tell me something, tell me." Then Kunti said, "O Reverend father-in-law," means great father-in-law. No, he is the father-in-law. So she said, "Every time I was dying with only one thought, that is about my eldest son Karna. I wish to tell all of you this before, but I couldn't do that. Then she said, Ki, I do not know whether it is my fault or no fault, but this happened when I was in my parents' house, when I was in maidenhood. That time, Durvasa Rishi came and he was pleased with my conduct. So he gave me a mantra and told me by this mantra I would get the celestial sons. And I was a small girl that time, and I became very curious, and without knowing anything, I saw the morning sun rising on the east side. So out of curiosity, I recited that mantra by which Lord Sun stood before me. And when I asked him out of fear, I requested him to go away. He told me that he cannot go away without giving a son. Thus, I was bound to give birth the son of Lord Sun, who was no other than Karna. But due to the social social bondages, I was extremely scared and put my child, baby child, and set it free on the river. But every day and night and every moment, my heart is crying for Karna. Even I couldn't tell the other sons about Karna. That is why I feel guilty and my mind is getting pain. Then Vyasadev said, Ki, O Kunti, do not worry for that. And we know very well about that, even if you didn't tell us. Anyways, now, if anybody wants to see them, then I can give you that boon. Then Gandhari, Kunti, Dhritarashtra, and all the 5 Pandavas, they also very much desirous to see their dead kinsmen. Now, they all went to the bank of a river Bhagirathi. There they took their bath, and when night came, taking his bath and purifying his body, Vyasadev said, O Kauravas, means Dhritarashtra and all the Kuru race, and Dhritarashtra and all the Pandavas and all the daughter-in-law. Today I am going to show you an impossible thing. If you want to meet them here. Do not repent, do not cry, do not be in grief because of their death. Thus, everybody went and took their bath in the Bhagirathi, means Ganga. Then they stood there and they were amazed looking at the scene. With a great uproar from the water of Bhagirathi, all the dead warriors, they came out, and all means all. Duryodhan, Dusasana, all the 100 brothers, Karna and Bhurisrava, Pitamaha Bhisma, Dronacharya, Sala, and everybody, those who died in the Abhimanyu and Lakshman, son of Duryodhan, and Karna's son, everybody came out from the water, and they were dazzling. They were wearing the celestial dresses and beautiful earrings, and they looked very cheerful. Thus, all the people, those who stood there, they met their kinsmen and they reconciled with each other. Everybody became too happy. There was no anger, no enmity, nothing. They met with each other. They felt so good. After that, Vyasadev said, "O daughter-in-laws, or O the queens, anybody who wants to go to their husbands, you are welcome, you can go there. Just plunge yourself into the water." Thus many of them plunged into the water and they went with their husbands. And all on a sudden, when everybody looked that scene, observed that scene, suddenly that scene disappeared, vanished from the eyesight. And this was the end of, how they, both the Kauravas and Pandavas, how they reconciled and they met with each other. Even Vyasadev said in detail who born in what portion, like Vidura, Yudhishthir, they are no one but Dharmadev. And like others also, Duryodhana was no one but the portion of Kali. Dushasan and other brothers were Rakshasas. Similarly, Dhishtadimna was a portion of fire, and Sikhandin is portion of Rakshasa. Like this, Vyasadev described everything and requested them no further more grief for the dead ones. Anyways, this one is an amazing scene from Mahabharata, which I never knew it before. However, once again I will meet you with some other interesting story whenever I'll come through Mahabharata. Thank you so much. And if there is any mistake, please ignore it.